In this lesson, you are going to learn how to multiply a fraction times a whole number in the context of a word problem. It's something that you've already done in isolation, but never in the context of a word problem. Remember the word of. I'm going to put it right here, of. Especially when talking about fractions, 1/8 of, 1/2 of, whatever of. Of always means times. Keep that in mind. You will use that today. We have 2 word problems on this page. We'll do the first one together. You can do the second one on your own. And then we'll do some together on the next page. This really breaks down how to do it. Rose ate 1/8 of the soup in the pot. Christy ate 4 times more than Rose did. How much soup did Christy have? So Rose ate 1/8 of the soup. And Christy ate 4 times 1/8. So we will write that as 1/8 times 4. Now it says write the whole number as a fraction by putting 1 as a denominator. So when you know that when you multiply a fraction times a whole number, you write it as 2 fractions. Number 3, it says multiply. So 1 times 4 is 4. 4 times 1 is 8. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to reduce. We can reduce by 4, 1/2. That means Christy ate 1/2 of the soup. You'll do the same thing down here. You've got 1/4 of 20. Go ahead and multiply them out because of means times. This one on your own. On to the next page. This is kind of fun. It breaks it down. You get a lot of practice at multiplying a fraction times a whole number. Where did Jack Frost catch a cold? We will multiply these out and we will figure out how to solve them. Let me get a scrap paper. Here is my trusty scrap paper. Don't you love it? All right, let's do, we'll do number 1 and, I don't know, we'll start with number 1. So 1/3 of 27 centimeters. So you have something that's 27 centimeters and you're dividing it into thirds. So how many centimeters would each third be? So 1/3 of 27. You will rewrite that as 2 fractions, 1/3 times 27 over 1. We can cross reduce. This becomes 1. This becomes 9 equals 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 1 is 1. Final answer is 9. So 1A is C. I'm going to put C. There we go. B, 1/8 times 32. I'm going to go ahead and write it in fraction form. 1/8 times 32 over 1. You can reduce these. This is kind of easy. Equals 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. And that equals 4. So B is 4. That makes it G. All right, let's do C. 1/7 of 77. This is easy. 1/7 of 77. You know what? I'm just going to multiply straight across. 77 over 7 equals 77 divided by 7 is 11. it's y. So this is either going to be 5 or 7. We have 1/12 of 60. I'm going to reduce these both by 6. 6 goes into 12 2 times. 6 goes into 60 10 times. That equals 10 over 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 centimeters. So D is U. What do you know? Let's see if there's not anything else that's... Yeah, we will do... You can do a fraction times a fraction. 1/3 times 1/4. 1/8 times 1/2. Remember, of means times. Let's see, why don't we come down? What else do we do? Let's do, I see what we'll do. We'll do, about D here, and then, gosh, I really don't feel like these are hard at all. I think you could do these just fine. I don't know, we'll do 9D. There we go. Very random. It seems purposeful. So 9D. I have 7 times 9/10 height. That would be written as 7 over 1 times 9 over 10. I cannot cross reduce. Gives me 63 over 10. That is not reducible, but I can convert it. 63 divided by 10 is 6, with 3/10 left over. So 6 3/10 would be the height. So 9D is V. And let's do this one down here. All right, 4/15 of 150 cows. 4/15 times 150. Do you see that both of these are divisible by 15? 15 goes into 15 one time. 15 goes into 150 10 times. That was cool. So now I'm left with 4 times 10 is 40. 1 times 1 is 1. That's 40 cows. So that would be K. All right. For each set of exercises, there's one extra answer. Write the letter of this answer in the corresponding box to the right. So in number 1, the extra is S. So that is what goes in the box. So where I have the 1, I put an S. Where did Jack Frost catch a cold? Something with an S in the middle. That's the only letter that I've been able to get you with all this, but you can definitely get the rest. At least I got you started down on those other 2. Remember, finish that problem and then do these.